Good afternoon, Vanada. I am R.V. Kiran, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today, in this video lecture, I am going to explain you about the V-belts. So today I am going to explain the key part of the V-belts. So what are V-belts, how it is designed, and what are the types of V-belts, and what are the advantages, disadvantages, and applications of these V-belts. So this is my 60th lecture regarding to the subject kinematics of machinery. So today our topic is V-belt drive. So generally these are one of the types of V-belt drive. So generally belt drives are classified into three types. First one is the flat belt drive. Second one is the V-belt drive. Third one is the rope belt drive. So today we are going to explain the V-belt drive. So generally, a V-belt drive is the mostly used belt drive in the factories and industries as well as the workshops also, where it can transmit a great amount of power from one pulley to the other two pulleys. So when you are going to transmit more power or more energy from one pulley to another, when the two pulleys are very near to each other. So in that concern, the V-belt drive is the best one. Then the V-belts are made of the fabrics and cords, which is molded in the rubber and covered with the fabric and rubber. So generally, usually these V-belts are made with the rubber coated with the fabric element. So these are highly coated with the fabric element. These belts are molded to a trapezoidal shape and are made endless belts. So generally, the shape of these V belts is like the trapezium. So that is of trapezoidal shape, in which these are made with the endless material. So these are endless belt ropes in which it has a trapezoidal shape. Then when the shafts are at a short distance apart, this is the best belt drive you can use. So that is of the shortest distance. So when the shafts are at the shortest distance, you need to use the V-belt drive. So it is more efficient in transmission of power. and the included angle of the V-weld is generally of 30 to 40 degrees. So generally the V-weld drive consists of trapezium shape. So in these, the trapezium shape consists of the 30 to 40 degrees angle. So the angle is provided in the V-weld drive. Next, coming to the introduction, so the cross section of the V-welds are generally trapezoidal in the shape. So in the figure, you can see the trapezoidal shape here. So this is the V-weld which is attached for the power transmission, and generally when the two pulleys are very close to each other, this types of belt is heavily used. So this type of belt is usually used when the distance between the two pulleys are very less. And in the V-belt drives, the pulleys are provided with the grooves. So you can see the grooves here. So the V-belts consists of the grooves. It is attached by the solid object there. So these grooved objects is called as grooved pulleys or sheaves. So it is also called as grooved pulleys or sheaves. So the type of grooved elements has been used in these elements. Next, we are going to see the construction of the V belts. So, as shown in the figure, the central load carrying the textile, nylon, or steel cords. So, this is the cords which is called as the rope type elements. So, this is the trapezium shape, as we can see the trapezium shape here. And this is the included angle, which is called as included angle, which is of 30 to 40 degrees. So this consists of the central load which is carrying these textile cords, nylon cords and steel cords. So that is used in the construction of the V belts. So the center is attached to the fabric section. Next, the surrounding rubber is used to transmit pressure from the parts to the sidewalls. So generally, these rubber strip is used to transfer the pressure, that is transfer pressure from cord to the sidewalls. So these are the cords and these are the sidewalls here. So these are the sidewalls. When the pressure is on the cords, these are used to touch in the sidewalls. So that is should be used in the element. Next, the outer wall is made of the fabric or rubber cover. So generally it is used to be covered with the fabric and sometimes it is covered with the rubber cover also. So that is the material of the V weld, which is the side walls, that is called as outer walls, is of fabric and rubber type. So it is generally used in the fabric type or rubber type element. And the belts are made as endless belts. So we have already seen that. So the belts on the manufacturing department is used to made of endless belts only. And the belts run in the sheets. So these are the grooves in which the wheel belts has to be attached. So the belts is run in the sheaves. So that grooved elements is called as the sheaves here. And the included angle for the V belts is of 40 degrees. So here you can see the included angle consists of 38 degrees. So that depends upon the design of that belts by using our purpose, that is in the industry purpose as well as the usage purpose also. We are going to change this angle. So that is up to 30 to 40 degrees. So it is in between 30 to 40 degrees. And the pulley groove angle is 38 degrees. So here they have taken as the pulley groove angle as 38 degrees. And the power is transmitted due to the wedging action, which is in between the belt and the side of the pulley groove. So generally, this has to be in between the belt and the side of the pulley groove. So this is the pulley groove here. So this is used for the frictional element. So this is highly used as the frictional element here. So a clearance must be provided, which is between the bottom of the belt and the pulley group. So that is used to be at the bottom of the belt and the pulley group. So the clearance must be provided, and to improve the capacity for large power transmission, multi belts may be used. So multiple belts may be used for the capacity of the transmission of the larger belts. And for heavy duty application, 12 or more belts may be used for transmission. So for a heavy duty operation in the construction of the belt drives, 12 or more belts also may be used for this transmission. And next one is the different types of belt drives. So in this section, you need to know the different types of belt drives. First one is the double-sided belt. So these double-sided belts have teeth equally made on the both sides of the belt. So in which it has two sides which consists of the belted drives. So it has to be equally made on both sides of the belt that permits them to mesh with two pulleys on each the within and out of the doors. It is to be used on the within and out of the door belts. Second one is the banded belts. So in the banded belts, two or additional ribs joints along from the one unit has to be used. So that is to be used in the banded belt drive, and the area of the band belt drive unit is terribly useful, that is helpful for long distance drives and pulsing drives. So generally these banded belts are used in the limited distance one and of long distance drives also. They are used in the long distance drives also, and they are also used in the pulsing drives. So they are also used in the functional drives also, that is pulsing drives. And next one is the cogged belts. So these cogged belts have slots that run perpendicular to the belt's length. So these cogged belts have these slots that run perpendicular to the belt's length, and they run cooler and last longer and might will be used as the equivalent pulleys, and it is also equivalent rated V belts. So in these covered belts, they are going to be used the equivalent covered belts. So that is known as equivalently rated V belts also. And the last one is the metric belts. So in the metric V belt, the area unit is called as the single V belts. So generally these are used to be in the single V belts that have a metric pitch and a metric length activity. So it is to the user to have the metric pitch and a metric length activity. So these are the different types of V belts used for the purpose. So that belongs to the purpose of verification. Next one is the cross section of the V belts. So what are the different designs we are using the cross section of the belt drives? So based on the different cross sectional sizes, so generally these V belts sectional sizes are also classified into six types. So generally based on the purpose and involvement, they are going to be of six different types. They are Z cross sectional size A, B, C, D, and A. So these are the different cross sectional sizes. So the cross section area of the types are in the ascending order. You can see it in the tabular form. The different types of the cross section of the V belts. So first one is the type of the section, that is the belt section. So total we got six types of belt sections here. Next one is the width of the belt drives. So it is of Z type. So Z type width is of 10 mm, and A type belt section is of 13 mm, and B type is 17, and they are increasing in their width. So you can see the increasing order, that is 10, 13, 17, 22, 32, and 38. So next one is the thickness of the belt drive. So thickness also you can see the ascending order. So it is of 6 mm in the Z taped build section, and 8 mm of the A belt section, 11 mm in the B type, 14 mm in the C type, and 19 and 23 in the D and E respectively. So you can see the minimum pitch diameter of the pulley also. So it starts from 85 mm to, and it lasts to 500. Then you can see the action of the gel. So it is also from 30 mm to 92 mm. So these are different standard cross sections of the belt drive. Next one we go to the designations of the belt drive. So what are the different designations we are going to use? So V builds are generally designed by the symbol of cross section with the inside length and built in mm. So they are going to be taken in the only, and the relation between the pitch length and the inside length of the belts is, that is V belts, is written as follows. You can see the empirical formula for this relation between the belts, that is pitch length L is equal to inside length, that is L of apostrophe I, plus correction is taken as delta. So here pitch length is taken as inside length plus correction of the belt drive. Next, we are going to take the example for this designation. So, for example, E3333 is the cross section C cross section built having 3333 mm as the inside length. So that is the inside length of the cross section belted drive, in which it has the designation as E3333. That is the coding for the designation of the belted drive. So like this, we are going to code the V builds. So this is the example. Next, we go to the advantages and limitations of the belt drives. So first coming to the advantages. So generally the best advantages for the build is they can transmit the large power due to the wedging action, which is compared to the flat belt drives. So the wedge action, that is the trapezoidal section, which is going to be inserting in the V groove, is the largest asset for the V belts, in which they can transmit the larger belt drives, that is large power can be easily transmitted. So next one is they have short center distance. So in the less distances you have to use the V belts. So that is why we are going to use the V belts in the lesser shorter distance. Then at high operating speeds the power operation is smooth because the belts are endless. So whenever we are going to use it in the operational speed, there is no noise occurring in the operation, so it is very smooth. So these, because these builds are endless builds, so they are using the operation in very smooth, and the slip is negligible in V builds. So the slip air is going to be negligible because it has very high friction. That's why the slip is negligible in the V builds. Next, these V-belts are permit to the high reduction ratio up to 7:1. So it has a reduction ratio up to 7:1. So that is the uh, advanced section of the reduction ratio, which is up to 7:1. So these are the different advantages. And next we go to the limitations of the belted, that is disadvantages. So first one, the efficiency of the V belts is less than that of the flat belts. So generally the efficiency is going to be somewhat less than the flat belt drives. So next one, it fluctuates in the range of 80% to 90%. So the fluctuation is up to 80 to 90% of the fluctuation drives. And next, they are costlier than the flat belts because of their design. So because of the trapezoidal section and the included angle designs, so they are going to be somewhat costlier than the flat belt drives, and they are going to be measured with the flat belt drives and differentiate with that. And last one, they can't be used to transmit the power over the long center distance. So you need to only use it for the shortest distances only. So that is why we are going to use it only for the shorter distances. So these are the different advantages and disadvantages. So last one we go to the applications of the V-belt drives. So they are highly used in the motors. So this is the V-belt drive, which is used to fix it between two pulleys. So this is the larger pulley and this is the smaller pulley, and the groove is attached directly in the design of the pulleys. So they are highly used in the motors too, drive blowers, compressors, and machine tools, farm and industrial machinery. So highly they are used in the farming also, and also used in the machinery purpose. And most common use of the V-built drive is the internal combustion engine. So here in the picture you can see the engine which is fixed to the two pulleys, and the other uses of the V-built drives are in the automobiles to drive the accessories. So they are going to be used in the accessories also. So these are the different applications. So by these I am going to end my class. So in the next class I am going to explain the design of the V-builds and some problems on the V-builds. Thank you.